How's it going? It is Saturday, January 24th. That's right, babies. Tomorrow marks Sonar in Korea, and on Monday, the Chinese or Lunar New Year. Now, I have some friends still back in Korea, so I hope you enjoy this fabulous 4-day weekend and make the most out of the 3-day celebration. Now, I'm looking forward to Monday because it starts the year of the ox, and there's going to be some pretty cool things in store for my new year. Now, this past week has been utterly amazing because I've had the opportunity to just reconnect with a lot of friends, gearing up for the Super Bowl next weekend. Go Cardinals, go Bertrand. There we go with that. Anyway, the thing I want to really talk about is bowling. Now, for the past few years, I have enjoyed bowling. I was actually part of a league a few times, and I think my personal best is about 218 or thereabouts. So one of the things I have absolutely enjoyed since being back here in the States is, of course, spending time with my loved ones and getting to know some new friends. So last night I hung out with Jo and her family and we went bowling. Now, I think we all went bowling, oh gosh, maybe May or so. So it's been a long time since we've gone bowling. Oh, it had to be before that, maybe April, maybe even December. So it's been a long time, more than a year since we've all been bowling together. And we went out to the lane we always go to, and Joe's father's in town, and he actually had a stroke a while back, and he's wheelchair bound. He doesn't have a lot of vocal skills, he doesn't have a lot of manual dexterity, but when he was growing up, he always went to the bowling alley. Every Sunday he would go bowling. So when I suggested, hey, let's go out bowling Friday night, they were really excited because they thought, well, this would be a great opportunity for him to come out and watch us bowl. And I was thinking to myself, what do you mean watch us bowl? The man can bowl because of the handicap assist ramp. And they had never seen that before. So we got to the alley, got our lanes, and I immediately asked for the handicap assist device. And I brought it out, and they were looking at it going, what is this bizarre contraption that looks like a skateboard ramp? And I explained, you put the ball in it, you roll it down, you aim, and it knocks down the pins. Well, her father started piecing together as we were telling him what was going to happen. And you could see the lights come on his eyes. And you know, normally he's very tired, very sad. And he started grinning. And he was actually going to get up out of his wheelchair and walk up to the lane and do this. And we told him, that's not necessarily just wheel you up there in your wheelchair. And it took him a few times to get the hang of it. But by the end of the night, we would wheel him up, kind of aim things for him, and then he would grab the device, re-aim it, and finalize his where he wanted the ball to go, push it down the ramp. And he got a few strikes, a few spares, and did phenomenally well. But the coolest thing is that whenever he got a strike, got a spare, knocked down a lot of pins, whatever, he would just yell and grin and ah, and just be, you know, just like everybody else when we do things like that, and just scream. It was just so awesome to see that. And a few times he was having so much fun, he was holding on to the ramp device so that he's like, I don't want to leave. That was awesome. And you know, I wish I would have had a camera to take pictures of that because it was just so nice to see that kind of joy, that kind of remembrance of youth before such, you know, the accident. I myself had a little bit of a hard time starting out. I was very good the first game in knocking down 8-9 pins every single time, but my follow through on the second ball, well, shall we say, was a little lacking. I was really good about knocking it straight down the center of the lane, but I couldn't pick up the spare. So my first game, I wound up with a 97, and the way I look at it, this is my own personal way of bowling, is that, you know, if you don't get 100, man, it's a bad game. And that's just the way we grew up in my family. And it was because I wasn't following through. I wasn't shaking hands with the head pin, as my mom likes to say. So the second game, I kind of took a few steps back, remembered that this is how you needed to bowl. It's not about dropping the ball on the center marker. It's about following through and shaking hands with the pins. And let's just say I corrected my mistake and wound up with a 194 for the second game. Now, as I said, you know, my best I think is 218. I've never had a 100-point swing at a game. Never. And it was quite the interesting thing to see. So, hope you have a great weekend, great Chinese New Year, great Sonar, and I got a special something planned for the next few days. We'll see you soon.